you live this life or walk this road, then you can talk shit. Gambling with my life, but I refuse to go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. Vow to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. It's been a little while since we did a regular interview, Fleece. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, big bro.
Yeah, we
You see my banner over top of me?
Yeah, let's give thanks.
Yeah, I want to give thanks to I think it's Greg and Kim
Ring.
And the martial arts, mixed martial arts.
TOC.
TOC.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
And I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because I need a banner like that, but I need Mike Tyson out. Boy, I need to knock him out.
If you don't leave Mike Tyson alone, Jesus Christ.
But that really inspired me, motivated me, this battle. It means I need to get back in shape. Throw it over as 1, 2, hook it.
So hook off the jab?
Yeah, hook. See, here's what I fake people out. They usually think that I'm gonna uppercut with the left. I hook, I go with the right. Do you hear me? I can jab off of this right too. That's my throw out because I'm southpaw. You know what I'm saying? I can lead with this hand or that hand or both. But with Mike Tyson, hey, it's gonna take more than my hands. I might have to bite him. I might have to bite him.
With what?
With my guns. Gummy. I tell you, I would lock on him, I would bite him. So thank you, Greg and Kim.
With TOC, Mixed Martial Arts.
TOC, Mixed Martial Arts.
Really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. It kind of like inspired me. It inspired me, right? Showed me that somebody really is taking notice. Just get Mike Tyson in the ring and I'll show you the rest.
Another thing, make sure y'all go on Amazon and get the book, Who is Fleece Johnson? Book 1 of a 3-book series. And man, this book it explains Fleece's childhood, and it sets you up for what I think is going to be the most interesting read. I think this one is the most important because you should really pay attention to your kids and make sure
The devil.
Yeah, make sure there's nothing going on with them.
Spiritual stuff. It's spiritual stuff going on. You see in the Bible, they was killing all them kids. Kings and a whole lot of generations. They say kill them. They tried to kill Jesus when he was a baby. You know, the devil's like that. He'll set you up in situations that he think will either corrupt you, I kill you, I separate you from God. A lot of people get separated. But you know what? I'm thankful that I had the ability to swing, to fight. They taught me something in that place. They taught me how to use my hands. And after that, they taught me how to use my man to fight battles. And now I don't like fighting battles. I like thanking my opponent. He want to fight, I don't. When he don't, I may.
All right, let's get started, Fleece. When you get into fights in prison, you said you fight to make sure that your opponent can't get up off the ground.
You got to in prison, because here's why. They don't do all the gentleman fights in there. Ain't no gentleman fight. You hit the ground, they stomp and kick and punch, and they will beat you to death in the prison. And if you whoop one of them and you don't do it right, he's gonna let other people give him weapons. He gonna come back and he gonna take you out. So to prevent all that, when you fight one of them, you gotta fight them like you fighting a monster. That's what they are, monsters when they fight. You gotta fight them with giving him no choice but to not want to fight you again. And sometimes the corrections department step in. If you beat them too bad, they gotta transfer them to another prison. That's how you fight battles in there.
Well, what happens when you run into these guys out here in the free world after you done stomped them and beat them, but you didn't unlive them? What happens when you run into them in the streets?
Well, I'm gonna tell you how the system works. We got a system of racist people, man, and they got our whereabouts. They got where we gonna live when we get out. They got all of that. So I had a fight in prison one day with this dude named 88. And big old dude weighed 300 and something. 88 had a reputation too. And they transferred him. And then months later, they transferred me and put me right in the same cell with him, hoping that we was gonna get locked in that cell and killed each other, right? But by that time, me and 88, we was cool before we had a fight. You know, and so we was cool. When he learned I was transferred and put in his cell, gave me a hug, man. So, because one of the administrators down there said, you got transferred here? I said, yeah. She said, you ain't out of the woods yet. I didn't know what she meant. See, they had it all set up. And then I whooped this guy one day in prison. I ain't want to fight him, black guy. He didn't like the fact that I had white friends in there. And so he called me a hoochie lover. Gonna take his finger, poke my forehead and all that, and I tried to give him a pass. I said, look, brother, I ain't on all that. He said, I should spit in your face. I said, please don't. And later on that night, they let the white dude out to pass out the cleaning supplies so we can prepare for inspection the next day. And he asked him, said, will you want a broom? He said, get away from my door, hoochie. I said, that's it. You know, he got to get whooped, cause, yeah. So I planned it, so the next day he go in front of the Justice Committee, come back. He didn't know what was going on. We was out for Iraq. So he asked, can he use the bathroom? One cell was open.
Why they leave one cell open?
So we can pee on the rack.
Whose cell is it that's open?
The white guy that he called a hoochie.
So his cell's left over where everybody can go in his cell and use the restroom?
Yeah, if he allows it, which he would, right? Because he's the janitor of the wall. And so he said, sure. So when he went in there, I took an ice pick that I got off a steel mount wringer, sharpened it to an ice pick. When he came out, I hit him. I had a porcelain and wrapped up in a sheet, made a hammer. I popped him in the head, he hit the ground. I started sticking him, poking him. He down there screaming, I'm sick of his mouth. You done poked your finger in my forehead. You done called me hoochie lover. You done called me all this old stuff. Talk like you a gangster. I told you I didn't want to fight you, but when you made it come out of me, I got him on the ground and he's screaming. What I do to deserve this? I ain't hearing all that. And I'm sticking him, and I poked that thing, put one in his eye out.
Was you trying to kill him?
Yeah, I was trying to. But that thing is like, this gristle in your neck is stronger than you think it is. Because when I try to stick him in the throat, it'll slide over. Sometimes it'll come up through his chin, through his mouth. I was sticking him in the ear, everywhere, beating him at the same time. So they transferred him to another prison. I thought I killed him, but he survived. He's lucky. And see, I learned from that beating right there that you can beat people that has got these bad attitudes. You can beat them whichever way possible, thinking that you taught him a lesson, just to find out it ain't gonna change him. He gonna be the same way, with the same mouth, with the same attitude. You ain't did nothing but get yourself in trouble, right? So
how did you get out of that? Why didn't you get locked up or put
ain't
in?
no inmates gonna tell on inmates.
No guards was around?
Nah, the guard left to walk. He knew what was getting ready to happen.
Hmm.
And he told the white dude he gonna go downstairs. He left to walk. And so this happened. So he got his butt beat. So like 10 years later, I get out of prison and my PO tell me, I'm sending you to an ice house to do AA. I said, look, I don't need AA. I ain't no alcoholic. I don't have drugs on my record. I don't have no drug or alcohol related offenses. So why you sending me to AA? He said, well, this is our policy. See, that's the system again. Trying to set up a situation where somebody get killed, especially me. So I go to the ice house and I sat down and I gotta listen to all that. Hey, my name is Michael. I'm an alcoholic. 3 years ago, all that crap. You know, I ain't for all that. You know, if you want to change, you'll change, man. But as I was sitting there, preparing to hear all these crybabies,
You get women, you call the people in the AA meeting crybabies?
yeah, they crybabies, man. I done been through a lot. I'm not crying about none of it, right? If I did wrong, I tell you I did wrong. If I apologize, I will. If I don't, I won't. If I want to stop doing drugs or alcohol, I'll just stop. I don't need to sit down and tell somebody. My name is Roger. I'm an alcoholic. 15 years ago, my wife left me, and I went crazy. All that old stuff. You know, a lot of them stories they tell ain't the truth anyway. They lie. That's the main thing. They lie. They tell most of it the truth, but they leave a lot out. But anyway, as I was sitting there preparing for all this, somebody sat down at my table, and it was the dude that I beat in the penitentiary. He looked me right in the eyes. He said, I don't forget nothing. I don't forget nothing. And got up and ran. I said, oh, well. And I'm at the time now where I'm done fighting. You know, I'm changed. I'm not the same person, but I take threats real serious. And so, I said, it ain't no time to try to prove that I'm tougher than him. I really ain't got nothing to be afraid of. I whooped him. He didn't whoop me. So, you know, what happened was I just got up and left. And when I went to see my PO, I told him, you got to switch me with on these AA meetings and stuff. He said, no, you going back. They wanted to see a confrontation, but I didn't go back. Cause I don't work like that. And he said, you go AA? I said, no, I didn't. He said, you want to go back to prison? I said, look, man, dummy. That's what I call my PO. I said, look, dumbass dummy. If you think I'm going to let you or anybody in your little file system set me up to kill somebody or get killed, you got me mistaken. Now, you can try to revoke me, and I'm going to bring it to the court's attention that I told you in advance, man, there's a conflict there existing. The possibility of somebody getting hurt and you going to try to force me there. I said, it's going to fall in your lap. He sat back and thought on it. He said, let me make some calls. So I guess he called whoever told him to set that up. And he said, I ain't gonna have to go to AA no more. So that's how that worked.
Fleece, I know you put a lot of, well, not a lot, but some family secrets in that book. Who is Fleece Johnson? What does your family think about it? Have you heard it? Have you got any feedback, or what? How do you think they're going to address the stuff you put in there about your
Well,
family?
I don't. When I thought about that, I didn't think like this. I'm not afraid to say what's on my mind. Like I said before, I'm not gonna give the devil a pat on the back. You got people running around doing the devil's work, and you know what? They tell you to keep it a secret. You better keep it a secret. You better not tell nobody. You better be scared of the consequences. Well, I'm not like that. I'm not hiding behind no walls. And I hope they don't either. If anybody be doing this, let it be them, not me. Because I'm going to tell the truth about my family, about my life. And that's what I have done. And whatever they feel about me, I don't know. And really, I don't care. You know, because like I said, if you're doing the devil's work, you need to be exposed.
No matter who it is.
No matter who it is, don't let them do this to you. Have you looking like you're afraid to talk. I'm not like that. I'm not afraid to talk. I ain't gonna hide behind nothing like this. Not me. Read this book, get this book. There's a lot of secrets in this book. A lot of knowledge. A lot of things strength. It was out of weakness that I became strong. My second book gonna tell you all about it, Linda Dynamite and all of that. People look at me, they say, who's Fleece Johnson? There was a time in my life, I didn't know who I was. I had no identity. You can call me anything, and I took that as, yeah, it's me. But now I know who I am. I'm not a black man, that's a color. I ain't no gangster or thug, because that's a label. I'm not African American, because that's a nationality. I'm a Hebrew from the descendant bloodline of Moses. I know who I am. Back then I didn't. You see my hands right here on my head? I was confused. I ain't have nobody to talk to. I'm going through a whole lot, being molested. It's a whole lot going on in my life nobody paid attention to. But guess what? God did. I did eventually. And now I went through 40 years of torture. Being angry, being corrupt, having no identity, searching for me, involved in a lot of gay activities, dressing up like a woman. Read this book. I ain't gonna tell you the whole thing.
Well, that's in book 2.
But you're gonna find out some things, then you're gonna say to yourself, who's Fleece Johnson? You're gonna sit there and you're gonna wonder yourself who I am. But then when you get to book 3 and see all the spiritual things and all the gifts that God done blessed me with in that book, you're gonna know who I am. But you go through book 1 and you go through book 2 to get to 3. 3 gonna be explosive. It's gonna contain a lot of mysteries. Like, for instance, I'm gonna give you one. Everybody say Jesus was born on the 25th of December. December the 25th is the day set out to celebrate his birth. You wanna know when he was born? You look in your Bible, and you look at Passover. What day was the Passover? Was it January the 16th? It's in any year, January the 16th, Passover. Then you go into the book of Luke, when taxes first came out, when the world first got taxed. Jesus and his mama was going to the marketplace. And this is the day that Jesus turned 12. So when was he born?
When?
January the 16th. If he just turned 12 on the Passover, he was born January the 16th. But it's a lot of mysteries in the Bible people don't even understand, can't even find. I can tell you things God done revealed to me that it's going to just blow your mind. So another little thing in the book of Daniel, they talk about a dark sentence. Now you can ask these law professors and all these academic school scholars, what's the dark sentence? Go ask the preachers. They don't know. Go ask the Pope. He don't know what a dark sentence is.
Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
So how you the only one to know?
God revealed it to me. He chooses people who he revealed things to.
How you know he didn't choose one of them?
He may have, but I doubt it. And no, I mean, ask him what is a dark sentence. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's a sentence containing two meanings. One revealed and one hidden. Let me give you a dark sentence. Jesus said, love your enemies. See, that's the sentence that is revealed. He said, love your enemies. And right up under that, he said, bless those that curse you, do good to those that hate you, and pray for those that despitefully use you, persecute you. Now, the hidden meaning in the same sentence, love your enemies, he told you who they were. The first one was those that wish bad on you. He said, bless them. The second one was the haters. He said, do good to those that hate you. He's talking about the haters. You know, hating on you and stuff, but do good to them. And then the third ones, he said the ones that try to despitefully use you. It's just in their heart to use. He didn't say let them, he said pray for them. And then the fourth one is the persecutors. The ones that are trying to go into your life, find one little spot in there, and throw it out there in public, try to persecute you on it. Not prosecute, persecute. Take you through a lot of drama, bringing up the past, this persecutors. You know, joining everybody else. Don't even care if that's the truth or not. That's persecuting. You ain't no good, you a baby raper, you a killer, you a rat, you this and that, you a whoremonger, you. See, Jesus said in that one sentence, dark sentence, it cuts like a two-edged sword. He told you, love your enemies, then he told you who they were. And we all have haters in our life. We all have persecutors. And people that wants to persecute us find something out about us so they can throw out there in everybody's ear. Did you hear what he did? All that stuff. Then you got the ones that try to use you. And despitefully. That means that they doing it out of a grudge towards you. Because they can't get what they think they should be able to get from you. It turns to a use thing. You know. And then he said, don't let them. He said, pray for me, I'll get with you. And the prosecutors, man, they the one that wish they can find out that you cheating. She's cheating. You done made a pass at somebody. They done found something out about you that you did when you were 10 years old or 20 years ago that you don't do no more. But they will put it out there and try to persecute you on it. And anything they find out about you, they'll take a small matter and persecute you on it. You lost your job? And you say, yeah, I knew it. I just knew it. You can't keep a goddamn job. You can't, you keep, and take you through turmoil. So my book 3 is going to contain secrets. It's going to tell you about, I tell you something to look up. Tar and wheat. T-A-R-E, tar. Jesus told that story about the tar and the wheat. He was telling a story about 2 types of kids brought into this world. Now you can look up the word tar in your Google, and I'm going to tell you what Google's going to say. It looks just like wheat, but it's not. It's a weed that grows and wrap around the root of wheat and choke it. Jesus said in that story he told about the tar and the wheat, about God's kids being referred to as the wheat. And the tar as children of the devil, and he said the person that planted them is the devil. Put them right there beside the good kids. You don't know the difference. Their job is one thing, to take what's good, turn it bad.
Is that what happened to you in book 1?
Yeah, it happened to me as it happens to millions of people. You know, kids knock on your door. Can your son come out and play? Hey, you got a little friend out here. And you smile because he dressed, got a little cap on. You don't know what spirit that is. You think that everybody's born in this world, God put them here. Jesus said the devil put some here. They said also in the Bible that the devil and his angels was cast into the earth. Got kicked out of heaven. They down here in the form of humans, spirits and stuff. It's a lot of people don't understand, don't want to know, afraid to know. But look how your kids is turning out. If you didn't teach them, and their family didn't teach them, or they, the school, the churches, who taught them? Every good kid was made bad. They wasn't born bad. They turned bad through influence, persuasion, intimidation, sexual reasons. There's a lot of reasons. So when you read book 3, you're going to learn personalities, how to recognize stuff, right? You're going to be reluctant when you get that knock on the door. Can we go spend the night? Here's a little boy, want your boy to spend the night. And you say, yeah, if your mama don't mind, tell her to call me. Yeah, it's okay, you can stay in. You don't know what they doing. 2 boys. And then the 2 girls. Y'all don't know what they doing. How they play. Let's dress up. Let's, your titties is bigger than mine. Touch each other's breasts, next thing you know, they eating each other. Sucking and licking and all that. You won't know, you see your daughter wearing her head backwards. Why you wearing your head like that? Mama, this is me. Talking like a man now. You don't want to understand what's going on right around you. A lot of parents just don't have the tolerance, mental tolerance, to set their kids down and notice things about them. Talk to them, get them to confess things, right? Mm-hmm. Ask them questions. What y'all plan on doing? Well, you gonna what? Well, we gonna just go out and do what else? Have fun. What kind of fun? They don't question. You're supposed to question them when they leave your presence and they have any element of doing something wrong. That's why they resist sometimes, because they already got it in their heart to do something wrong. But a lot of times, talking to them makes a world of difference. Because it'll stay in their mind and hearts, right? When whoever they with get ready to think about doing something, their mind will go all the way back to that little speech you gave them. Parents don't do it no more. Where you going? You know I'm going out tonight. All right, have fun. You know I'm gonna shake it up. A lot of them don't make it back. And then you think about all these kids, the way they filling out now. These young girls, they wasn't filling out the way they was when I was growing up. At 14 now, they look like they 30.
It's definitely something in the food.
Yeah. Their bodies is fully developed in their womanhood, and the boys is growing up, just buffed out.
There's some steroids
And
in the
then
food.
you got a lot of them grown up, a lot of them things growing up with these little women shapes. The boys, the girls is growing up with thick thighs, big booties, and boys is growing up with tender, wearing their hair like girls wear theirs. All that shit, ponytails and shit. And you don't know what's going on.
Who's to blame for that? Who do you think the blame is
Man,
for that? Because you got to think,
I can't say
it's a lot of single women that's raised kids.
to be. A lot of mothers raise their sons to be feminine.
And not even knowing it.
Yeah. And then not paying attention to their friends and stuff, right? In that bunch that he hang with, there's one of them that is more aggressive than the other. That's usually the one that do the bossing. The ones that can punk him out, slam him, push him, even sexually molest him. And he won't tell nobody. You know, it's the devil. Let me tell you something about the devil. People are scared of him. Whenever you're afraid to expose the devil, are those that is doing the devil's work, that means you are afraid of him. It ain't no like, I don't want to get involved. You already involved. You know, you've been put in a situation where you know something evil that is being done by somebody evil or had been done, and you keep your mouth shut. And you call that, yeah, it means that I'm, I'm cool. How's that? How that make you cool? See, you get my book, you're gonna find out what's cool and what ain't. There's a lot of things I thought was cool, turned out ain't cool. Never was. I was deceived to believe it was cool. But when my eyes is open and I can see clearly the truth, I got to ask myself, should I believe what's true or what is a lie? I decided I'm gonna believe what's true over what I know ain't true any day. And like I said, it's things going on in this world right now you have even not a clue to. At one time I had no clue to it. What was going on, the reason for things, what's been prophesied, what is a prophecy. Ooh. But I love everybody, try to. And we were just talking today about Jehovah's Witnesses. You know, I talk to a lot of them. I talk to people of all faith. There's truth in them. Everybody you talk to has truth in them. You just gotta find it. Be able to take what you don't believe in, leave it there. But what is true, believe it. And so I was explaining how when I went to study all religion, that I found out how one religion attacked another religion. And I started asking myself why. Why do the Baptists attack the Catholics? How the Protestants attack the Jehovah? Jehovah attacked this, and the Muslims this and that. So I realized that there's a reason for everything. The reason for that has been prophesied, so it got to happen. And all these wars going on and rumors of wars to come, Jesus said in the Bible, you're gonna hear of it. Wars being committed and wars probably gonna happen. He said, these things must happen, but the end ain't yet.
What about, what do you think about the people that say that religion was designed to control black people? That's how it was used.
Yeah, see, the truth came to the black people while they was enslaved. It's in the Bible. A lot of blacks didn't want to even embrace it. They said this is a white man's trick to make us believe that we went in slavery due to the way we lived and the fact that we was one of God's chosen and we rebelled against God and all this evil.
It looked like you actually reading off something.
Nah, I got my book.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
it just looked like that's what it looks like you're reading.
Nah.
So I just want people to be aware you're not.
Nah, I'm not reading nothing.
You never do.
Never do. And so, if you study all races, you'll realize that, true enough, blacks can say a lot of bad things about white people. White people this, they did this, they still doing this and that. But let's put them to the side. Let's ask, what do I know about black people? Man, I can tell you things about what they did over in that Africa before a white man even stepped over. How they was living, what they was eating, what they would eat, people, cannibalism. They wasn't even praying to the God that everybody prays to now. They was worshiping trees and sticks and stones and running around with stuff all poked through their nose and all this. They was living nasty. They forgot God. They had a continent, one of the richest continents on the planet. And they run around over there with nothing. Taking baths in dirty water. Just filthy, shameless. Didn't want to do nothing. And they was worse as you can get. They went from that to voodoo, all that. So God sent them over.
God sent who over?
Them white people. It's in the Bible.
Why?
Moses said before he left, he said, here's the curses gonna follow you when I'm gone. If y'all stop serving God and go back to doing all this filthy stuff, God gonna take a people you don't even know, ain't never seen, bring them into your country. They gonna take you out of there and take your women. They gonna enslave you. They gonna do you bad, treat you wrong, and they gonna do it for 400 years. And then I'm gonna create a situation and bring you back to me. But you're gonna get your butt whooped, you're gonna get punished.